Hello, everyone. My name is Harry Eklund, and this is my tech rehearsal speech for communications. So, my example of a digital visual aid that I'm going to be able to use is like YouTube videos, and I have this video is about a minute long, but I'm not going to play all of it, but it's a guy basically explaining the use of props in presentation, and he gives a pretty good example of one.
Hi PSA, so here's my little tip for you. Use props. Props are brilliant. So I sometimes talk about PowerPoint as part of the PowerPoint surgery thing that I do, and I sometimes talk about PowerPoint being a crutch.
So that's pretty much it. He talks about PowerPoint being a way that like people can look at their words or something like that, kind of like what I'm doing right now with the Google slide a little bit. But it's I don't know, it's not as much of a crutch because I'm not just like reading straight off of it. And then an example of a digital audio aid. I've been having issues getting the link to work and downloading it. So I had a hard time finding like a good thing that would work with this presentation. So I was just thinking about like if you're talking about something random, kind of like trying something like trying to get somebody into like their like a peaceful setting, you could like play a sound like this. I'm pretty sure, which is just I'm pretty sure you guys can hear. I don't know if you can hear it. It's basically just birds chirping, and that's an example of just like an audio clip, and you could use that in the speech to like try to help somebody understand something better. And then my example of using an oral citation would be if I was, so for example, if I'm talking about giving a speech or being scared to give a speech, you could say something like, "Your silence will not protect you," a quote from Audre Lorde. I believe she was actually talking about like a form of protest, like being quiet when you should be speaking out against something. That's what it doesn't really apply, but I'm using it in like a different way, kind of. And then let me see what else I have. Yeah, and these are all ways that I can enhance my speech. And then also on this Google slide, like I could definitely obviously there's no theme on here, but I could get it into a theme and then present mode. I'm just not using present mode right now because I've been having issues with, and I don't want to like tab out, and I've been having issues with links and stuff. And then these are my APA citations. These two, the second one says anonymous, but I believe it was by a user with, that's not their actual name, but that's their name. So I just, the site that I used to generate it just said, it just auto put anonymous. And then there was no, no author for this like short article that had a quote at the beginning that I decided to use. And that's pretty much it. These are all ways that I'll be able to enhance my speeches, and thank you for listening.